Here we go. Okay, so like I said, I'll do my absolute best to let everyone in, but if you're late, you're late. Everyone knew what time this call started, and we have absolutely blown up the chat boxes, or the group chat, so everyone should be on. But today's topic is gonna be focus. This is something I went over a while back with the Swedish team, which was really appreciated. And I feel a lot of people misunderstand what focus really means, and it's such an important thing. Honestly, it's such an important thing. So I just wanted to go over it a bit. But as you can see, basically it stands for follow one course until successful, and I'm just gonna get into like the details of it. But the first thing where I feel most people maybe misunderstand it, including myself, is that it doesn't mean, well, people think that focus means saying yes to the things you want. And obviously it does. You should say yes to opportunities. You should say yes to the things that can take you to your goals. But it also means saying no to the 100 million things around you that are good, the good things around you, the good opportunities, the next opportunity that comes. That's to stay focused. You need to actually say no to the good things as well. Um, and I think we get that wrong sometimes. So some of you are completely new, and some of you, I can actually hear myself from outside. If someone in the room next to me has their volume very loud, could you please turn it down? Thank you. Um, yeah, if you're completely new, you probably haven't gotten this yet, but you might be completely new to this opportunity, or you have been in previous opportunities, or if not, you will have future offers of other shiny things, shiny opportunities, promises that can take you to your goals. And the thing is that you cannot master everything at the same time. So it doesn't matter if you keep saying yes to all of these great things and you keep investing in yourself. That's a good thing, but you cannot say yes to everything. That will also take away your focus. That will make you distracted. And so some people tries, including myself, I've done this my whole life. I've tried to master everything. I've tried to get good at everything that I might be less good at, and I at the same time try to grow in the parts where I'm already okay. Do you get what I mean? Like I try to grow in all areas at the same time, and that's not a good thing. That is not being focused on the goal, because that will just distract you because you have too much going on. So the one doing the most for one thing instead of doing the most of things will win long term. Do you guys get what I mean with that? Can we get up number one in the chat if you actually understand that sentence? The one doing the most for one thing instead of doing the most of things will win long term. Let me open the chat actually. Can't see it right now. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Um, so really the thing is that good things can also be a distraction. It's not just gonna be let me give an example. So if I say distractions, name one thing that you think of. What do you think of when I say distractions? What do you think of when I say the word distraction? What does that make you think of? Phone, TV, Xbox, family, doom scrolling, FIFA. So basically just things that doesn't really matter. Um, Social media, friends, phone, yeah. Um, None of you guys said, for example, opportunities or knowledge or what else can it be? Like you can get too much information. You can get too much information because if it's not focused on one thing or one area, you will get distracted. You cannot master it all at once. Do you understand what I mean with that? It's not just partying or alcohol. That's not the only distractions. There's also the good things like great supportive friends. Doesn't matter if they're supportive, that's good. I'm happy for you, but they can still be a distraction. Okay? And these are the type of things we need to say no to as well to keep our focus. I hope I make sense. And there's always gonna be, I wish I could make someone co-host. This is crazy. I don't get the option to make someone co-host. That's the thing. We're just gonna have to work with what we have here, I guess. Sorry, guys. Yeah, there's gonna be unlimited distractions, okay? There's always gonna be distractions. There's always gonna have things happening to you in life. The thing is that most successful people are focused people. If you think of the first people that come to mind when you think about a successful person. Are they not always focused? Are they not focused on one specific thing? Are they not building one specific area of their life? Well, quite, or at least master one thing until they're successful there. They don't have 59 different businesses in different industries. They have mastered one skill set in one industry and they've gotten really, really good at it. And that's why they're successful. You need to shut out everything if the goal is important enough. If you have a why that's important enough, if you're doing this for the right reason, if you actually have a goal in mind and that goal is important enough, you need to just shut out everything else, good and bad. Because everything that doesn't take you to your goal is a distraction. It doesn't matter if it makes you feel good or bad. It's still a distraction if it takes your time and energy and it doesn't take you to your goal. Yeah. And an example as well, I heard this the other day. Those who don't succeed, they're basically like a puppy with a bone. So imagine a puppy, you go for a walk with a puppy. It's funny, I've never had a puppy and I'm taking this example, but yeah, you go for a walk with a puppy and they're super excited to go out and do whatever they need to do, you know? But if you just give them a bone, if you drop a little bone in front of them, what's gonna happen? They're gonna drop everything and they're just gonna go to the shiny new bone that they've just seen. Do you understand what this means? Like you lose sight of what's right in front of you because something shiny comes in your way. So you forget about the end goal or the goal you had to start with, or even the reason why you started, why you left the house in the first place. Yeah. And the biggest decision and the hardest decision we make is to start. Whatever it is, the hardest and the biggest decision we make is to start. I always say this to people that's interested in the business. They're so scared that they might not get it, they might not understand it, they might not succeed, they might not get lucky, or whatever their excuse is. The hardest decision is to actually start. But when you've started, which all of you guys on this call, you've made the biggest decision, you've made the hardest one. But you need to keep making that decision. You have to keep making the choice throughout your journey, or the obstacles will kill your dreams. And I'm speaking like I know this for a fact, because I don't know if it's, yeah, then next slide. There will be new hearts that unlocks on like every level of your journey. So for example, say now you've started 2 months ago and you feel like you had momentum coming in. Maybe you hit your first rank or you made your first profits, even your first month or weeks in the business. And now you're on your second month and you are no longer making profits, or you're on break even, or your team left or your team members left. And you feel like, oh, it's not working anymore. Or I was like, do you get what I mean? You feel stuck, but you've only been here for 2 months. But that doesn't mean that you won't feel stuck. You will feel stuck and it will be hard. But at every level of your journey, you will find new hearts. And once you get to the next level, you look back and laugh at yourself for even complaining about what you complained about your second month. Now, I look back and I'm like, how did I ever think that that was hard to overcome? How did I complain about that situation? That's nothing. Because the further you come, the better your life gets, but the harder the hearts get. Do you understand what I mean with that? I don't know if that makes sense. So don't get stuck in thinking you're getting tested more than everyone else. And I say this, I talk about this because I hear it a lot. I hear it a lot when I say like, okay, so now you come in, you've done great your first months. Just be prepared that it's not always gonna be like a walk in the sunshine. It's not always gonna be perfect and going the way you want it to. It doesn't work like that. I want people to be prepared that they will be tested and they will need to maybe have a period of time where everything isn't going their way, because that's when we learn. That's when we develop the most. But we cannot get stuck there, or we cannot get into the victim mindset of, but their journey wasn't like this, or she's still going, like she's still going and always being profitable, always growing, and everything's so easy for this one. You're not being tested more than anyone else. Some people doesn't get to their goal until a year in this business. Some people get to hit their first goal in a month. It's always going to be different, but both these options are going to have the periods of time when they feel stuck, when they feel like nothing is going their way. And this is when we need to focus forward. Okay? We need to focus forward. We cannot get stuck in the mindset of everything is going like against you. Everything is happening for you, not to you. Okay? Everything's happening for you. And you will look back and you will laugh at what you complained about and what you thought you couldn't overcome. Now looking back, I can laugh at how hard I thought something was, and today it wouldn't be a problem, because we develop on the way. We learn so much from these things. Yeah. And if you feel stuck and demotivated, you will do that. You will feel stuck and you will feel demotivated. You can't avoid it, but you are the problem and you're also the solution. So if you're stuck for a very long period of time, you are the problem. If you want to get out of that, if you want to keep moving, you are the solution. It's only you that can really take you to the next level. And I took this example, and I can't say this word, hurdles. There's a sport. So basically, for the Swedish people, there's like these bars that you run and you jump over them. Okay, this sport. Yeah, I'm gonna take this as an example. So obviously, just imagine when someone does this, they have to fail over and over. They have to build strength. They have to get the technique in. They need to practice. If I was trying to do this now, I would fall on my face. Probably most people on this call would fall on their face. They would trip. They would get frustrated. They would get hurt. Yeah? So we're gonna have to start over. We're gonna have to develop the mind of like, I'll get there. I just need to practice. And every single time, like they don't have one of these hurdles to jump over. They have multiples. So they have to every time make the decision one hurdle at a time to jump. Yeah. And when you get through all of this, you're gonna get through it through hard work. Sorry guys, the waiting room. Hard work and repetition. And this is going to get you quicker. This is going to get you to jump higher. It's going to build you a name, and it's going to get you to the goal. And the same goes for your business. It's like this in everything. That's why I wanted to give you an example of sports, because it's the same thing. You need to be focused on the goal and just keep doing what you need to do to get better, and you will get to the goal. no matter if it's in sports or if it's in your business. Every day you need to make a decision. You can't just make a decision to invest the $299 and start this business and then hope for the best. You need to wake up every day and you need to make a decision that you will make it, that you will keep going. Every single day, you have to practice, you have to repeat the process of learning, you have to do it over and over again. Every time you have one of these bars in front of you, you just have to choose to jump. Every time you have an obstacle, you have to get through it. Yeah? Or you will always just be stuck halfway to your goal. You will always just be mediocre. Is that the word? I think so. Like, if you actually want to be successful, if you want to be one of the smaller percent of the world that makes it big time, that has the extraordinary life, you have to keep failing and keep falling, but never lose focus of the actual end goal. Because you will get there. How will you not get there if you keep practicing? Yeah? Makes sense? Are you still with me? Can I get a number 2 in the chat if you're still with me, please? Just want to make sure we're here. Perfect, perfect. Perfect. Okay, lovely, lovely. Obviously, you've probably heard this so many times, but how you spend your 24 hours will determine if you live with pride or regret. It will determine if you survive or if you thrive. I am a great example of this. So for, let's say, 23 years of my life, I was in survival mode. I was living day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute, and just surviving. I just had to make it through the next hour. I just had to make it through the next day or week. And I think a lot of you can relate to that. If you have a job that you don't necessarily like, I hated my job. Hate is not even enough. It doesn't describe what I felt for that job because of the environment mostly, not even the job itself. But yeah, I think you can relate to the feeling of obviously you have to go because you have to get the money, but it's just like you keep repeating the same day over and over. You eat the same food day after day, and you see the same people with the negative, they keep saying the same things. Like it's like you're stuck in a loop and you can't get out. That's how I felt for so many years. And I had to believe that there was more to life. And that's when I found this opportunity. And I realized that I didn't have to just survive. I didn't have to settle for surviving my whole life. I wanted to thrive. I had so much to give. I had so much to give, like from myself. I had so much I wanted to experience, so much I wanted to learn and gain in life. I just didn't know how. But once I knew how, I also understood that I need to make my 24 hours a day count. I can't just be on autopilot every single day doing the same thing over and over. That's taking me nowhere. Like if you're blessed enough to have a way to reach your goal, if you're blessed enough to have an opportunity that can take you to the next level, which we are all, every single one of us, all 61 of us on these calls are blessed with an opportunity that can take us wherever we want in life. There is no limits if you're in this team. You can go wherever you want in your life. And I'm not just saying that, like we have living proof of that. There is no limits of what you can make and what you can experience, what you can learn, what you can develop into. So if you have a way to reach your goal, you need to block out everything else. You do not need more ways to get to your goal. You need a way, one way, and you need to focus on that way. Okay? Do you guys understand the importance of this? If you have a way to get to your goal, you're already blessed. You do not need more ways. You do not need more opportunities. You do not need to look sideways, up ways, down ways, back ways, whatever ways. You need to stay focused on the thing you already have that can take you to your goals, because why would you need more ways to get there? You already have a way. Just focus on that. Okay? This is something that a very wise man told me a year ago. And it stuck with me since, and it stuck with Liana as well. This is something that completely changed everything, how we view our journey and ourselves, let's say. So let's all just answer this in the chat. Answer for yourself. Do you have a goal? Like, can you see the life you want to live? Do you know what type of life you want to live? Yes or no? Yes or no? Do you have a goal? Do you have a vision of what you want in life? I should see way more yeses in the chat. But it keeps coming. Okay, perfect. And do you have a way to get there? Do you know what you need to do to get there? Do you know what you need to do on a daily basis, on a weekly basis to get there? So it's only yes in the chat box. It's only yes. Yes, 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 yes. So everyone has a goal and everyone knows what to do. Now ask yourself, do you actually do this? Do you actually make the most out of the information that you have? Because you have a way to get to your goals. Do you actually do what you need to do to get there? Because if you don't, this might hurt someone, but if you have a goal, you have a way to get there, and you still don't do it, you do not respect yourself enough. You do not have enough self-respect. And I want you guys to write this down because it goes the same way. I'm just going to take an example now because Archie is the first one I'm seeing. Let's say Archie's why is his family. I'm just guessing now, I'm just giving an example. Let's say his family needs money. Okay? They're struggling and they need money. This is not the true story. I'm just coming up with something now, giving an example. Archie's family needs money, and his goal is to make a lot of money, a certain amount, so that he can help his family out. Yeah? And he now have a way to get there. He has a way to get there. And he doesn't put in that work that he needs to put in to get there. What does that mean? He doesn't show his family respect. He does not respect his family. If he has a way to help them, and he knows they need help, and he knows what they need, and he still doesn't do it, doesn't respect his family enough. And you need to turn this around, make it personal, make it hurt. Because the deeper your why is, the easier it is to keep focusing on the actual goal and cut out the distractions. Yeah? You guys are with me? Did you guys write this down? Don't lie to me. Put a number 3 in the chat if you wrote this down. Put a number 3. Rio put a 2. I don't know what that means, but great. Perfect. Okay, I see. Some of you guys wrote it down. Perfect. Oh, now I can't see anything on the screen. I've got so many things open here. Every time you guys choose, or we in general, because we're gonna keep doing this, honestly. Like, it doesn't matter how great you get or how disciplined you get, it's gonna keep happening. We're all human. But every time you choose something over your goal, whatever it is, you will form a habit, and eventually it will overpower your actual goal. And every time you choose your goal over something, you build discipline. So eventually, chasing your goal will become a habit. Did you guys follow? If you choose something over your goal, if you choose to not show up one day for your goal, for your dreams, that will form a habit of that it's okay to skip a day or to skip a task or to not show up. It will form a habit. Every time you do it, it will be more okay without you even noticing. You will feel less and less bad for not doing it. And it will overpower the goal. Yeah. Every time you choose your goal over something else, every time you say no to something because you need to work on your goal, because you need to do something that's going to get you closer to your goal, you will build discipline and that will create a habit of chasing your goal. It will become a habit. We can take TikTok as a great example of this. Myself and my TikTok journey. I didn't have the app when I started this business. I did not have the TikTok app. It did not come naturally to me to take up my phone and start speaking to it on TikTok. It did not come naturally. It was not fun. I did not enjoy it. To this day, I do not enjoy it at all. But I still do it. And 2025, or let's say from end of February, when we joined Gifu, end of February 2025, I have not missed one day on posting 3 TikToks a day. And I still, till this day, cannot skip because it's part of my daily routine. I feel I can't explain it. It's as much of a habit or like, yeah, a habit as brushing my teeth. I wake up and I post a TikTok. I see the time is 12 and I post a TikTok. It comes naturally to me because I've done it for so long, but it was not easy at first. It did not come easy at first. I had to put it in my calendar. I had to put alarms. I had to have someone keep me accountable. But now it's easy. I have to do it. It's just it's not an option not to do it. Do you guys brush your teeth every day? Do you guys brush your teeth every day? Please tell me yes, guys. I hope we get a yes, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I just really don't want to see a no here because if you don't, just don't answer, please. Thank you. This should be as important as that. If you brush your teeth twice a day and you have done that for your whole life, how hard can it be to add as a routine to upload a TikTok 3 times a day? It shouldn't be that hard. It's just, it doesn't come naturally because you haven't actually done it for that long yet. If you don't brush your teeth, I can't sleep if I don't brush my teeth at night. But I also can't sleep if I haven't uploaded 3 TikToks because I've created a habit because I kept choosing my goal over everything else, over comfort, over sleep, over other people's opinions, whatever it is. And this is just an example, but it goes for everything. And it will, what time is it? How am I doing with time? Oh, we're good. It will never be easy to create success from scratch. Nothing worth having comes easy. I think we all know this, yeah? And I just took 2 examples here. But Zlatan, for example, shout out to a fellow Swedish person. He did not become one of the greatest football players overnight. Or Ronaldo, if you want that, or Messi. Were they born great football players? They didn't just like come out in this world and start playing football and they were just great at it. No, they failed and they practiced more than I think I even know, but like more than any of us has ever practiced something. They practiced kicking that ball. And also not, oh, actually, this is a great example. Think about this. When Zlatan practiced to become a great football player, did he just go around like, did he just kick the ball? Did he just kick the football around or try and hit the goal? Or did he work out his muscles and his strength and his cardio, whatever it's called? He needed loads of skills in the same area, or yeah, I think you get what I mean, to become the greatest. He focused on one thing, but he became good at every part of it. But he spent his whole life, he dedicated his whole life to football. That's why he's the greatest football player. That's why he's so good at it. It did not happen overnight. It happened with work rate. It happened with practice, failure, dedication. I don't know if I already said that. And personal development as well. You guys will understand what I'm trying to say? Like, we need to focus on one course until we're successful, or you won't get anywhere with anything. Imagine if he was playing basketball and football. Do you think he would be as good as he is today in football? Honestly, do you guys think Zlatan would be one of the greatest football players if he also played basketball at the same time? Or if he was also a cheerleader? Bad example, but if he was also a cheerleader on the side, do you think he would still be as good at playing football? Because I don't think so. Because he would have wasted loads of hours and energy and time on something else as well. And that time could have gone to football. Yeah, makes sense. I hope it makes sense. Uh, but yeah, we just need to understand the importance of saying no to good and bad. And we need to stay focused on the end goal. And if you feel like you don't have an important enough reason that could get you through life happening to you, you need to make your why more important. You need to find a why or you won't get there. We need to have something in mind to push us through the harder times, because you're not gonna just float through your journey and up to the top. We all know that. How many here would say they've had to overcome obstacles to actually get to where they are today? Anyone that's at 2K here on the call, did you have to go through a lot of struggles to then actually get to 2K? Can we get the 2Ks to answer? Yes. Did you have to make a lot of sacrifices to get there? Because it's really easy to think that we just got there. It's the same if we look at Josh. Do you guys think he just got to 15K? We all just flew into his team and he was just lucky. No, he has been dedicated, he has sacrificed everything, he has been focused, he has grown, he has been intentionally focusing on the industry of network marketing and building the skills that's required. He's been so focused on that, and that's why he's successful in that. He hasn't built 15 businesses on the side or played 6 different sports. He's been focused on his team, one industry, and the skill sets necessary to succeed for years. No matter what has come in the way, he kept going. He kept growing. He kept his focus. That's why he's successful. It all comes with sacrifices and saying no to the good things, not just saying yes to the actual opportunity. Yeah. So, guys, this was quite a short call, but that's all I have for today. I do hope you guys got some value. I just really wanted you guys to get a little boost of focus, I was gonna say. My brain is a bit scrambled, but I just wanted to remind you guys that you can achieve anything you want, anything you want. And you're in this team, which means you have the way to get there. You just need to focus on that. Stop focusing on what can go wrong. Stop focusing on what your friend is saying. Stop focusing on that fun activity or hobby that you just found. You have to say no to that. You have to say no to all the things that's fun and amazing, and not just the things you have right now, but the future offers and opportunities and distractions and friends and fun. You have to keep saying no to that to then actually get the bigger blessing that's at the end of it. Yeah. Just keep going and stay focused, and you'll achieve anything you want. Anything you want, guys. I appreciate you all hopping on. I appreciate you all being active in the chat, having your cameras on.